2026. Let's see what's coming up. So we're going to start with Taurus rising. If you are a Taurus rising, in the month of June, Mars will be in your first house for the first half of 2026. And then the second half of June 2026 will be in your second house. So Taurus rising, how would you feel? If you're a Taurus rising, um, when it comes to Vedic sidereal astrology, that would means you're a Gemini rising tropical. So Mars will be in your 12th house the first half of June. So Mars will be in a square to your ninth house with Pluto, and it will be in a trine to your fourth house with K2. So if you're a Taurus rising, the things that you might see themes of, you might see themes of wanting to move, wanting to relocate, change your home, make some changes in your home, changes with your family. With Mars being in a square to the ninth house and in a square to the fourth house, some of y'all could be moving people in, people could be moving in with you, vice versa. Um, And then when Mars moves to that first house, that's going to force you to make some changes within your health. Within your health, that's going to force you to make some changes. You're also going to have a strong drive to get things done. You're going to want to get things done. I don't know if this is showing up. Oh my God. All that time I was talking, I did not post it. Now it's up. Oh my God. More than likely, I'm going to have to start this video over. If you're in here, hi from Italy. If you're in here, if you are a Taurus rising in Sidereal, then that means you're a Gemini rising in tropical. So the themes you could see for June, you're going to see themes with the family and with the home. Okay? A lot of y'all could be changing your residence. People could be moving in with you. Family could be visiting you in the month of June. Um, there's a lot to do with the home and the family. If you're a Taurus rising sidereal or Gemini rising tropical, the main theme for y'all in the month of June is home and family. There's something changing here with home and family. Also, Taurus rising, if you are in a relationship, if you're Taurus rising sidereal, Gemini rising tropical, you might see your relationship go through some changes in the month of June. You will also go through some changes with career, with the moon being in a square to Rahu and also being in the trine to your second house and opposing Uranus in the first house. A lot of you, Taurus rising sidereal, Gemini rising tropical, some of y'all might feel the urge to want to change your job, make some changes within your job. You might feel like this job isn't for me, and it might be time to go in a whole nother direction. Some of y'all might want to launch a business because the seventh house is the house of one-on-one partnerships and business. With it being in a trine to Neptune in the 11th house, maybe you're confused on how you're going to do this. So if you're a Taurus rising sidereal, Gemini rising tropical, more than likely June will be the time when you change your career. You're going in a whole nother direction when it comes to your career. I'm telling you, you're going to be frustrated with your job, your career. You're going to be like, this is not for me. I don't want to do this no more. maybe I need to put in some applications, whatever it might be, because Rahu amplifies desires and it's in your 10th house of career and how you show up in the world. So this is for my Taurus rising, Gemini rising tropical. So the next sign we're going to do, hold on. Let's just say on Taurus rising. This video is just going to be Taurus rising, Gemini rising tropical. So let's talk about, and I'm going to do each sign individual, okay? So this video is just going to be Taurus rising, and then I'm going to come back and do each sign. So anybody in here is a Taurus rising, Sidereal, or a Gemini rising tropical. Let me know if you are. So Taurus rising, the moon, the full moon that we have tomorrow will be in your 7th house of one-on-one partnerships, relationships. So like I said earlier, if you're in a relationship, if you're a Taurus rising, Sidereal, or Gemini rising tropical, you might see that relationship be kind of difficult in the month of June because the relationship dynamic is changing. With it being in a trine to Saturn, Saturn is trying to make sure, is this relationship sustainable to go to the next level, or is this relationship a waste of time? So if you're a Taurus rising, Sidereal, or Gemini rising tropical, if you and your partner break up or have some issues in the month of June, I wouldn't really worry about it because there's only two things that's going to happen. Either the relationship is going to get stronger or y'all are just going to break up. Because that moon is in the trine to Saturn. Saturn is trying to strengthen that relationship. But then Mars is in conjunction to the moon. So if the relationship does not strengthen, Mars is going to cut away the relationship. Then the relationship would end. And I don't feel like you should feel bad about it because if somebody is not for you, it's better to get it over with than to like try to make it work and it still don't work. I mean, that's just how I look at it. And then the sun is opposing that moon. So when the sun and the moon is like this is like an eclipse. So maybe a relationship is being eclipsed out of your life. And it's not for the bad, it's for the better. So a relationship will go through very, very testing, hard trials in the month of June. The first half of June. And that's because Saturn is trying to see which direction this relationship is going in. Is it going to grow? Or is it not? And a lot of people more than likely won't grow. And that's okay. For the people who relationship strengthens in the month of June, your relationship could actually lead to some kind of proposal or some kind of marriage between 2026 and 2027 because Saturn is trying to strengthen that relationship. For the relationship that weakens in June, more than likely between July and the end of the year, you're going to break up. Might even break up in June, and that's okay. Mars is cutting away what's not for you for the right person to come in. Taurus rising, Sidereal, Gemini rising, tropical. A lot of y'all could have some family visit you in the month of June. Or somebody could be visiting you in the month of June. This could be family, friends, somebody you didn't see in a long time. Somebody that live at a distance because Pluto was in that 9th house. This is somebody maybe that has to travel to you. And you might have to travel to them. Let's see what else we got for you. This sign. Taurus rising, Sidereal, Gemini rising, tropical. Your finances is not going to be good in the month of June. You have Mercury in the 2nd house in Gemini, which is usually good, but is in a trine to Rahu in the 10th house. So that means a lot of y'all will be changing career, making some changes to your career. Some of y'all might feel like, you know what, I'm calling into work this month. I don't feel like doing it. The Mercury is sextile K2 in the fourth house and is in a square to Neptune in the 11th. So a lot of y'all are going to be confused in the direction you want to go with your career. And it's also opposing the moon in Scorpio at 29 degrees. So this month will not be good for finances. Towards the end of the month, yes, it will get better. In the beginning of the month, no. Um, you would also have Jupiter here in your third house. Taurus rising sidereal, Gemini rising tropical. You will have Jupiter in your third house. A lot of times people read Jupiter like it's super positive. Jupiter, not necessarily. Not necessarily. It's not that positive. It can be, but for you, it's not going to be positive for you this month. So, Taurus rising, if you're a Taurus rising, your ruler is Venus. Your ruler is not Jupiter. So, wherever Venus is, that's where you're going to be more than likely blessed. Now, if you're a Pisces or a Sagittarius, then your ruler will be Jupiter. Jupiter will be in the third house this month. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's good. Jupiter, the third house is the skin, it is the stomach. You might notice an influx with digestive problems, indigestion problems. You might not notice dry skin, dry scalp, that kind of issue in the month of June. Jupiter can be positive, but looking at how this is in your chart, more than likely this won't be positive. There's no trines or sextiles. It's just Jupiter there. Jupiter do expands wherever it goes. So hopefully that doesn't create a lot of skin issues and stomach issues for you guys. And also this Jupiter is opposing the moon in the ninth. So Taurus rising, that is what I got for you for the month of June. The month of June seems like a quiet one. A lot of y'all will be making some serious changes, realizing that maybe somebody is not for you, whether that be a romantic partner, a friendship. You're removing somebody out of your life. Also with Saturn and Neptune in that 11th house in conjunct the fourth house. Some of y'all will end up changing careers, realizing that a career is not for you. This month is the month preparing you for the month of June. This month is preparation. So whatever leaves your life in the month of June, even if it's a boyfriend or a girlfriend, it's meant to leave. Don't fight the change. Also, this month you will notice an influx in health problems. But this month is preparing you for change for the next month. July is going to be a wonderful month for you. June is just a little wonky, and that's okay. This month is the month for you to make changes. What do I need in my life, and what do I not need in my life? And a lot of y'all could be preparing to move in the month of June. A lot of y'all will be preparing to move. Some of y'all could be moving at the end of June. Some of y'all will be moving in July. Congratulations. I wish you the best, and I'll see y'all in another video. Bye.